You're watching Central Illinois' best source for news and weather. WAND News at 4 starts now.
Killed in the workplace. Now for another day, another mass shooting killing 8. The search for a motive underway. Plus, the Central Illinois community reaches a major milestone as the new sports complex prepares to open. We're going to start with that developing news first at 4, though. We have learned the suspect in an Indianapolis mass shooting was a former employee. Indianapolis police say 19-year-old Brandon Hull shot and killed 8 people at the FedEx facility last night. He died by suicide before police arrived. 5 other people were taken to the hospital with injuries. Jay Gray is in Indianapolis with the latest from the investigation.
Witnesses say the shooting started in the parking lot.
He started shouting and then he started firing at random directions.
The deadly attack continued as he moved inside.
When officers arrived, they found a very chaotic and active crime scene.
8 victims dead, 5 more wounded.
This is awful. This is awful.
It ended, according to police, with the gunman taking his own life.
What we are left with this morning is grief. Grief for the families of those killed. Grief for the employees who have lost their coworkers.
Investigators say it's way too early to speculate on a motive. They're still gathering evidence inside the massive FedEx facility. They've identified the shooter. He's 19-year-old Brandon Scott Hull. Federal agents expanding their search to his home. As another community mourns what's now the 5th U.S. mass shooting in the last 5 weeks. Jay Gray, NBC News.
President Joe Biden released a statement this morning calling gun violence an epidemic in America. He called on Congress and the Justice Department to implement universal background checks and banning high-capacity magazines. In San Antonio, Texas, a police officer is hurt, 2 more people dead following a traffic stop. The police say an officer pulled a truck over and began talking to 3 people inside. The driver pulled out a gun and then shot the officer in the hand. He returned fire, killing the driver and front seat passenger. The 3rd passenger was taken to the hospital. Federal prosecutors have their first guilty plea in the Capitol riot cases. John Schaefer of Indiana, the man on the right there, pled guilty to unlawfully entering Congress and obstructing an official proceeding. Schaefer turned himself into the FBI on January 17th. We have some more developing news to tell you about. An investigation is underway following an inmate's death at the Christian County Jail, and in the last 15 minutes, we've learned that it was 51-year-old Rodney Johnson of Springfield who died from medical issues. WAND's Don Sterling joins us now with more on what we know. Don.
Oh, that's right, Chris. The Christian County Sheriff's Office says a nurse did perform life-saving measures on Rodney Johnson after he was found Thursday afternoon. Johnson was eventually taken to Taylorville Memorial Hospital, where they pronounced him dead just before 6 p.m. The Christian County Sheriff Bruce Kettlecamp says the proper procedure was followed and news of the death was shocking.
This is very rare, especially for us here in Christian County. And I've been sheriff here for 11 years, and we've only had one other death that has occurred here in the jail. It's just a very sad, unfortunate situation, and my condolences are out to the family.
Sheriff Kettlecamp says the Illinois State Police are assisting with the investigation. An autopsy was performed today and determined that Johnson did die of medical issues. Toxicology results are still pending. Chris?
Thanks, Don. For the latest details about this investigation, you can find it on WANDTV.com. Some more developing news, this out of Urbana. Police are searching for the person who fired over 50 shots into a mobile home on Girth Drive and then tried to set it on fire by throwing a can of gas into the bedroom. Someone was home when this happened. No one was hurt. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
A little bit more cloud cover now compared to earlier on in the day today, so we're actually starting to see the beginnings of our latest storm system. The clouds will continue to lower and thicken, but at least for the time being, it's more or less a milky gray sky on our Flooring America camera network out at Warrensburg, Latham. The storm system's back to the west over Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas, but it's going to be thinning out as it approaches. I'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. If you're outside thinking about getting the garden going, some of the earlier vegetables, take note of the underground soil temps there for you, 4, 8 inch. And as far as the air temperature is concerned, over the next 12 hours, not as cold as the last, say, 3 nights in a row, Chris. So big time changes headed our way.
All right, thanks, Jim. And new today, The South Shores Kroger in Decatur is once again open. The store reopened Thursday. As we told you earlier this week, the store was shut down by the Macon County Health Department due to rodent activity. A full report of findings can be found on our website, WANDTV.com. Well, happening today, it is opening day for the Rantoul Sports Complex. We've shown you the progress over the last few months, and with over 60 acres and months in the making, athletes will soon take the field. WAND Sophia Espinoza at the complex got the greatest assignment of the day. What's it like out there, Sophia?
Chris, it's actually very exciting. Athletes have already started to begin to arrive, and guess what? Soon the mayor of Rantoul is going to be throwing that iconic classic first pitch. And that got me thinking, maybe I should be practicing my pitch, because what if someday someone is like, maybe you should throw that first pitch? I need to be prepared, right, Chris? So we're gonna throw this pitch right now on live TV, and you're gonna go ahead and give me some feedback. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's not bad. Listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being that's the best throw you've ever seen, Chris, what do you give me?
Sophia, we're friends, but that was definitely below a 5.
Well, Chris, that's the whole reason why I'm a reporter and not so much of a baseball player, okay? But let me show you this field a little bit. So take a look. This is just one of 8 fields here at this sports complex. This is the championship field where the first tournament will be played. There are teams from all over the state here, from Chicago, Shelbyville, Arcola, Bloomington, even a team from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That's your home state, isn't it, Chris? So pretty exciting things here. Sports operation manager says it's been a long time in the making, but he's glad it's finally here.
Through the process of the design, the concept, all of that, then dealing with COVID and the construction process, we are over the moon to be here today, and we're happy that we could be on time to host our very first tournament, and we didn't have to delay or cancel it.
Chris, I'm going to keep on practicing my pitch, maybe bump up that number to like a solid 7 or something for now, but coming up at 5 and 6, we'll have more on this facility and the tournament. For now, live in Rantoul, I'm Sophia Espinoza, WAND News.
They say practice makes perfect. Thanks, Sophia. Celebrating a milestone, the Decatur Airport has a rich history dating back 7 decades, and they're celebrating. The airport will host an air show this summer. The show is on August 14th and the 15th. It will celebrate the airport's 75th anniversary. Over the years, the airport has provided passenger service from airlines such as United Express, Ozark, Brett Airlines, and Trans World Express.
So the air show is something we bring to the community only every 25 years. So we are thrilled to be able to produce it with such an exciting lineup and of talent in 2021.
Now, the air show will take place noon until 3 both of those days. Admission and parking will be free. Doubling up after the break, the mask combination that health experts say is the best way to protect against COVID-19. But as we head to break, WAND News and Papa Murphy's have teamed up for you to win a family pack from Papa Murphy's. One person will be selected to win 2 large topping pizzas, a side, and a soda. This week's winner, Mary Hack. Be sure to watch again next week for another chance to win.
You're watching Central Illinois' best source for news and weather.
Taking a look at your COVID numbers, more than 3,800 new cases of COVID-19 were reported statewide in just the last 24 hours. 21 more people have died. The state's positivity rate is 5%. Hospitalizations are still a concern for state health officials. Region 3, including Sangamon County West, has had 10 consecutive days of increases. Region 6, Macon County to the east, has seen 6 days of consecutive increases. Both regions have a 3% positivity rate. New research from the University of Pennsylvania suggests people who had already got the COVID-19 shot may only need a single dose of the vaccine. They found people with prior COVID infections had already produced a strong immune response. Those who never had the virus did not achieve full immunity until after their second dose. To find out the latest COVID-19 information, including vaccines, you can find it on WANDTV.com. Researchers have found that doubling masks was most effective against preventing COVID-19 spread. Wearing a surgical mask over a cloth mask was helpful, but was no different than wearing the surgical mask by itself. However, putting a cloth mask over a surgical mask produced the best results. Food truck frenzy still to come, how you can get an early taste of what's to come in Decatur this summer. Chalking the walks, you may have noticed this, some new art on the sidewalks of Macon County. It's to raise awareness for Macon County CASA. Inspiring quotes like, "We're here for you," and "For the kids" were written all over the area. Organizers hope these messages will raise awareness about child abuse and neglect.
really hope it touches their heart and makes them want to stand up and do something, whether it's, be a volunteer or, just tell a friend, and because we do need volunteers, and that's not for everyone, but, maybe someone.
There are more than 600 kids that are in foster care in Macon County. Looking ahead, 8 local food trucks will be showcasing their food for the first ever Food Truck Frenzy tomorrow. The trucks will be open from 11 to 2 in Decatur's Fairview Park. The trucks will be spaced out enough for people to drive through in their cars if they don't want to walk.
Let's just spread hope. Let's give everybody some hope. Let's get hope that the families will come out and enjoy the park, enjoy the Fairview trails and the bike trails and the duck pond. So that was sort of our, it's really a win-win. It's a fundraiser for us, yes, but really it's important for us to get the word out to come help these food trucks.
There will also be family-friendly activities like the Scoville Petting Zoo, Sally the Clown, and some princesses and superheroes to take your pictures with. Fishing for romance after the break, the new group being targeted by scammers and how to avoid a false connection. Now on WAND, cleaning your home could actually improve your brain health. Maybe this is why Jim is so smart. Researchers found those who dedicated more time to household chores have greater brain volume. Experts believe one reason could be that it leads to being less sedentary. Jim, I assume that your home is spotless. Is
brain power. It's not like I can't even fit through the door. I'm wondering, because I'm not a fan of cleaning bathrooms.
No, I don't clean those either.
But I did today. So is that like super brain power compared to just regular power?
You're so smart, I need you to take the snow out of the forecast.
Oh, I'm going to work on that big time over the weekend.
All right. Illinois was found to be the 9th most catfish state in 2020 by Social Catfish. The top 5 states, California, Texas, Florida, Michigan, and New York. So experts say to avoid catfishing, never get out money or personal information over the internet, take things slow when dating online, call or video chat before meeting, and of course, the obvious, be cautious. Whatever happened to just buying an old-fashioned drink at the bar?
Exactly, right?
I mean, all these technologies, apps, Tinder, fish, well, I don't know, plenty of fish. What are they? I don't even know them all.
I'm getting hungry now. Catfish.
Gross. All right, we'll be back with another look at your forecast right after this.
Well, if you're absolutely a big fan of cool weather, this is a forecast for you. But sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for, right?
I know. Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Right. Because I'm staring right at Tuesday. And I mean, that is just salt into the wound. I mean, to get there, obviously, we're dealing with some cool air now and just a random shower throughout the weekend. At least 95% of the weekend is going to be rain free. So don't let that be a deterrent to getting outside. It'll warm up briefly Monday in advance of that powerhouse cold front, taps into Arctic air. So as temperatures fall, I think very easily cold air could catch up to the backside of the storm and change it over to snow.
Not a decent looking forecast in any way, shape, or form.
Not at all.
I'm not looking forward to it. All right. Thanks, Jim. We'll see you back here at 5. Have a good weekend, everyone.